Hello and welcome to Rust Locker. Today I'm going to be working on the MX5 again, and I'm going to be replacing a rattly old heat shield with some new heat wrap tape. One thing that's started to become quite annoying is that when I come off the gas after giving it a little bit of beans, I get a tinny sort of rattle coming from the exhaust pipe underneath the car. So I'm 99% sure that that is the loose heat shield on the part where the manifold meets the midsection. I think it's probably not the best way to describe it, but you'll see in a minute. Anyway, that's getting loose, and I think that when I come off the gas and the engine and exhaust pipe sort of wobble, heat shield around that, which isn't attached to anything, sort of vibrates and rattles, which kind of gives like a cheap tinny sound is the best I can describe it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm replacing that. Probably going to be doing a bit of rust proofing underneath the car as well, and a few other bits if I get time. Right, so I've got to have a gang of musical cars and make myself some room on the driveway, and then I can crack on. Right, so I'm out here at the front and I have got the MX5 up on some car ramps. So what I'm going to be doing today is giving the underside a little bit of rust treatment, and also going to be fixing that rattly heat shield. I could actually probably just go to sleep, but I'm not going to. Even with the car up on these ramps, there's not enough room to move about with this creeper. Oh, that's tight. That's really tight. Now, where is that heat shield? Okay, I think to get to it, I'm going to have to remove some of these shields, which look kind of crusty, and the bolts look rusted as fuck, so that's going to be fun. Might just start taking things apart and see how we go. Right, so now that I've got that plastic shield deflector, I can't remember what it's called, now that I've got that off, we can see under here we've got some stuff going on. So apart from the fact that there's a hell of a lot of rust going on, most of it's surface rust, so it's not too bad, but this is not good. We've got an oil leak coming here from behind that pulley, so that's going to need to be addressed, and I don't know how bad that's going to be. So I have removed this heat shield, which as you can see is pretty crusty, full of rust. Not entirely sure what the hell I'm going to do about this. I don't know, but that's to worry about another time. But once I've removed that, you can now see the heat shield that is loose. At least I think you can. Yeah, there we go. So up to that point there is where I fitted the replacement centre section and back box a while ago. Between that centre section and the manifold is this heat shield, which is loose, and I'm pretty sure that is what's causing the horrible vibration and rattle when I'm driving. So I think the only option should be really to take this off and replace it with some heat wrap. So that is what I'm going to do, if I can get this off without too much hassle. Also, while I was under here, I've noticed that the front drop links look pretty shot, all the rubber's split, so I'm going to order myself some new drop links. And fit those. But on the plus side, the steering gaiter boots all look in good condition. They're a bit covered in gunk, but there's no splits and they're all on tight. Really my main concern at the moment is this oil leak here from the back of this pulley. I'm going to have to do a bit of research on that and find out what can be done about that. Right, this is the heat wrap that I've bought that I hope is going to replace that heat shield. I just need to wrap this tightly around the exhaust, and then you use these kind of metal cable ties to hold it in place, and hopefully that's going to work. Only one way to find out. Right, so as you can see, I've wrapped it now, put a few metal cable ties around, but on the whole I think I wrapped it tight enough for it to not move anyway, but you definitely need a cable tie on the end, and then I put another one at the beginning and in the middle just in case. Right, so that's that part done. Now I'm going to attack the underside with some cure rust and get any loose rust off that I can. Also, I need to work out what the hell I'm going to do with this heat shield here. Like, I don't know what that was doing, just chilling. That's not going to help your rattles and vibrations. So this is pretty crusty. I don't know if it's savable, but I'm going to hit this up with, oh dear, look, it's terrible. Holes and shit. I might try and see if I can find another one of these on eBay, but to be honest they're probably all going to be in this kind of state. Or if not, then try to repair it as best I can, but it looks pretty far gone. Any moment now that's just going to come to pieces. Right, so I've been giving it a treatment under here with the old cure rust. I've lost count of how many bottles of this I've bought so far for this car, but it's more than 4, definitely. Now some people in the YouTube comments recommended Dynatrol, but I've never used it and I can't find it anywhere locally, so I'm sticking with the Cure Rust for now. But essentially just painting it on any rusty bits, and as you can see it starts to turn it black and make the metal hard again. So whilst I'm under here doing the heat shield and that, I thought what I'd do is I'd treat everything that I can get to underneath, and then when I take the wheels off to replace the drop links, then I can get to all the other bits and pieces around the wishbones and the suspension and stuff. So just going to finish treating what I can get to underneath the vehicle. Right, well I'm calling that a day for this video. There are some other bits and pieces I've been working on, but you have to wait for the next video for those. So what I've done is replaced the heat shield with some heat wrap. I have taken it for a test drive and it has definitely fixed that tinny rattle problem. So that is a win in my book. I've done a bit of rust proofing with some Cure Rust, still need to do quite a bit of that yet. Now one thing I should mention is if you're going to be doing something like this yourself, getting rid of an old heat shield, replacing it with the heat wrap, for the first sort of 50 miles or so you're going to notice a bit of a burning smell. Don't panic, that's just the heat wrap cooking a little bit, I assume. I smelt a bit of burning smell. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as when I replaced the midsection and new back box with new gaskets and bolts and stuff. That really stank. But it's just a little bit of a hint of a burning smell. You're going to get that, so don't worry. Now in regards to the rusty under trays, I found a guy who was selling them on eBay, the only guy who had some on eBay I might add, 45 quid for 2 of them. Now I've only got one on my car, that really rusty one that I showed you, so I'm assuming that the other one has rusted to pieces and been taken off and lost years ago before I got the car, because there are 2 apparently. So he wanted 45 quid for the both. I bid on them, I won them, emailed him to say I'll come and pick him up at the weekend. And he said fine. Weekend came, I emailed him to say I'm going to be coming over today, see you later, and he says don't turn up because I've lost them. Shit. So there are none on eBay, I can't find them anywhere. Mine's too rusty to go back on. I don't think even Cure Rust is going to save mine. And the most annoying thing is the ones that the guy on eBay had were in bloody good condition because they were off a 30,000 mile car. Didn't look rusty at all. So I'm kind of buggered on that aspect. I don't really want to drive about too much in the rain or anything because all of the undercarriage is even more exposed than it normally is. So don't know what I'm going to do on that. I'm going to keep an eye out for it on eBay. Hopefully another one will pop up soon. I might set some alerts or something to let me know. So there's that, and coming up in the next video or two we are going to be getting some work done to the arches. I've got the replacement panels, I've got it booked in, it's ready to go. That's coming soon. Obviously still got to do the drop links, then I've got to MOT it, and I think that's going to be about it for the next sort of 2 videos maybe. Anyway, I'm going to catch you later before I keep waffling on in your ear. Hope that you will subscribe if you're new, leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, leave me a comment down below if you've got any questions or queries, and I'll catch you on the next one.